The room fell silent when the nurse whispered to the lead pediatrician, "Doctor, there are marks." What started as a medical emergency has now become a possible abuse investigation. Little baby Junior was rushed in with difficulty breathing. But as doctors examined him further, they found dark bruises across his lower back, faint scratch lines along his ribs, and a swelling behind one ear. It wasn't normal. It wasn't explained, okay? And it definitely wasn't ignored. Within minutes, a red file was opened. Hospital protocol kicked in. The head nurse quietly stepped out of the room, picked up a secure phone, and called Child Protection Services. Meanwhile, Christian Rock sat outside the ER, unaware, tears in her eyes, hands shaking, mumbling prayers. But the truth was already moving faster than her. Doctors were taking photos, documenting everything, because if what they suspected was true, this wasn't an accident. This was a crime. And now, with CPS involved, the question isn't just, will baby Junior survive? It's, who did this to him? For weeks, fans had noticed it. Subtle things. Live streams where a baby Junior cried a little too long without being picked up. Videos where Christian seemed distracted, her attention more on the camera than her son. Moments where baby Junior was just there, silent, watching. And yet no one said anything, because it was Christian. Because she's wild, she's real, she's raw. But now, the silence has shattered. The doctors who examined baby Junior at St. Mary's Pediatric BR in Arizona were clear. These weren't scratches from a fall. They weren't routine bruises from teething or learning to crawl. These were deep, patterned, and inconsistent with toddler behavior. The most disturbing: a thin, reddish line across his lower back, the kind a belt or cord might leave. And the moment they saw it, the team knew. This was no longer just a medical case. This was legal. The Child Protection Services CPS agent who arrived 2 hours later was shocked by the condition of the child. Documents confirmed that he had internal bruising. 2. Healing contusions on his arm, a low-grade fever, likely triggered by stress or trauma. While Christian sat quietly, visibly overwhelmed, CPS pulled the lead doctor aside. The question was asked flat out. Do you believe this child is in danger at home? The doctor's answer? Yes. That one word flipped everything. But how did we get here? According to close sources, Christian had been living in and out of hotels, bouncing between shows, rehearsals, and sudden emotional outbursts. She was recently spotted in Las Vegas, arguing outside a club with Glock Savage, her rumored on-again boyfriend. Multiple witnesses said she was holding baby Junior during the screaming match. One bystander claimed she dropped the baby's bottle mid-fight, picked it up, didn't even check if it was clean. It was chaos. And the baby looked scared. Still, fans brushed it off. It's Christian being Christian. But behind the messy IG lives and viral tweets, a child was quietly suffering. Even Carlisa Saffold, Blueface's mother, had previously voiced concern. In a node-leaded post, she wrote, "That baby don't need clout. He needs calm. Bet y'all keep pretending this circus is love." Time, fans accused Carlisa of clout-chasing. But now, they're listening. When baby Junior was admitted, hospital staff reported that Christian seemed confused and detached. She kept asking, "Is he okay? Can I just hold him?" But once she overheard a nurse say, "We've contacted CPS," her demeanor changed. According to one staffer, her whole face shifted. She went from worried to panicked. She started asking if she could leave, if this was going to be on the record. That's when a social worker pulled her aside and informed her, until further notice, baby Junior is under hospital protective observation. You cannot take him home. And in that moment, Christian Rock finally realized this wasn't just a scare. This was a custody crisis. Inside Los Angeles County Jail, Blueface sat in stunned silence. The correctional officer had handed him a note, not a legal document, not a lawyer's message, Just 3 words. It's your son. Attached was a short update. Baby Junior was in an Arizona hospital. Possible abuse. CPS involved. Mother under observation. Blueface dropped the paper, closed his eyes. According to another inmate who witnessed it, all he wept. He just whispered, "Not my son. Not like this." Then he got up, walked back to his cell, and didn't speak for the rest of the day. For a man known for trolling, fighting, and chaos, this was different. This was fatherhood. Crashing into helplessness. Meanwhile, back at the hospital, Child Protection Services began digging. They weren't just looking at the bruises. They wanted timelines, phone logs, travel history. They checked when Baby Junior last had a doctor's visit. Had been around him in the past week, whether he'd been left alone with anyone other than Juan. Chris Shannon, that's when a name popped up. Glock. Savage. Yes, the same Glock who had been spotted at multiple clubs with Chrisean. The same Glock who had posted IG stories of himself in Chrisean's hotel room sometimes while she was asleep. With the baby visible in the background. One particularly disturbing post, now deleted, showed Glock holding Baby Junior and captioning, "It lil man coolin' while mama workin'." CPS was not amused. They asked Chrisean directly, "Who else had access to your child in the last 72 hours? Her answer? "Only me and Glock." And just like that, he became a person of interest. But the emotional explosion came from Carlissa, Blueface's mother. As soon as she found out CPS had stepped in, she went live. "I've been telling y'all. I've been saying that baby ain't safe. Now look. Look where he at. Hospitalized, bruised, and y'all still blaming me?" She showed screenshots of messages she claimed were from Chrisean's inner circle, warning her weeks ago. "Sis, not sleeping, always out. The baby be crying all night. I don't think she'll ready." Carlissa then announced, "If Blue can't take him, I will. I got a lawyer. And I'm filing for emergency kinship custody." Within 2 hours, that clip had over 3 million views. Fans were torn. Carlissa, been annoying. But she's right this time. She the only one acting like a grown-up. Wait, what if Carlissa actually gets custody? And then a twist no one expected. As CPS reviewed photos from the hospital, one doctor raised a concern. Some of these marks don't match recent injuries. One looks older, like a month old. Which meant this wasn't the first incident. Chrisean is emotionally exhausted, but still a devoted mother. Accidents are being twisted into narratives. We urge the public to allow truth to emerge in court, not online, but online. It was already chaos. #Justice for Baby Junior was trending, so was #ChrisEAN unfit. Even celebrities started commenting. Tamar Braxton tweeted, "This baby didn't ask for cameras. He asked for care. Time for grown-ups to act like it." Jason Lee on Hollywood Unlocked said, "I don't care who's famous or viral. That baby's in the hospital. Somebody needs to be held accountable." And just when things couldn't get worse, a CPS insider leaked one final twist. They are now considering temporary removal of Baby Junior from Chrisean's custody. But here's the bombshell. Not to Blueface, not to Carlissa, but to a foster family until the investigation is complete. Why? Because, as of now, neither parent is considered stable. And in that moment, everything changed. Because what started as a trip to the ER was turning into a full custody crisis. It took less than 48 hours for the story to go from private emergency to full-blown national scandal. And now the internet isn't just watching. It's judging, documenting, digging. After being named a person of interest in the CPS investigation, Glock Savage finally broke his silence. He didn't call a lawyer. He didn't go to the authorities. He went live on Instagram, lighting a blunt. Glock stared into the camera and smirked. "Y'all blaming me for what? I ain't hurt that baby. I ain't even touched lil bro like that. I took care of him while she ran errands, changed diapers, fed him. I was doing her a favor. But what he said next made things worse. Y'all act like I ain't seen her. Yell at him, she stressed. Ain't slept in days. I told her, put the phone down and love yo son, she said. He always crying, I can't take this today. That line, I can't take this today, became the most replayed quote on social media because shortly after that live ended, a video surfaced, and it changed everything. The clip was only 28 seconds long, leaked from what appeared to be a hotel hallway security camera. It showed Christian holding Baby Jr. screaming at someone. Off camera, allegedly Glock Baby Jr. slipping from her arms as she throws her hand toward the door, him falling. Hitting the floor, her scooping him up in panic and running back inside. There's no sound, no context, but the image, devastating. The time stamp. 3 days before the hospital visit, and the injuries match exactly what doctors found. Twitter erupted. She dropped that baby, tried to act like it was nothing. So Glock told the truth. But why didn't he report it? That baby didn't need fame. He needed protection. Even major celebrities reacted. Cardi B tweeted, as a mom, it's hurt to watch. That baby needs peace, not platforms. Nick Cannon posted, we fail our children when we fail to check ourselves. Prayers for that little boy. Meanwhile, Christian had vanished from social media until he returned live, shaking, barefaced. Crying, thousands joined instantly. Y'all want to say I'm a bad mom? You think I meant for this to happen? I dropped him, yes, but it was an accident. I was tired. I was overwhelmed. Do you know how many moms go through this? She wiped her tears. Don't act like y'all ain't never been broke, sleep deprived, and alone. I'm human, but the most shocking moment? She showed a text message from Blueface, allegedly sent the night Baby Jr. was admitted. Blueface, I told you, the clout wasn't worth it. I'm gonna fix this with or without you. She read it aloud, paused, then whispered, he tryna take my son from me. And just like that, the tears turned to rage. CPS, Blueface, Glock. Y'all want to say I'm the problem? Where were y'all when I was doing this alone? She ended the live by staring straight into the camera and saying, you take him from me. You better pray you raise him better. End broadcast. But the fallout didn't stop. CPS officials, after reviewing the hallway footage and hospital findings, issued a temporary custody freeze. Effective immediately. Christian cannot remove Baby Jr. from the hospital. Blueface cannot claim custody while incarcerate. Tedclif's petition is on hold, pending background checks. So until then, Baby Jr. is being placed in a monitored foster care setting, not forever. But until the truth is confirmed and someone proves they're fit. And now this isn't about drama. It's not about fame. It's about a baby caught in the crossfire of chaos. And one source close to CPS put it simply, this isn't just a mistake anymore. This is a system failure. And we're trying to save a child before he's lost to it. This isn't just celebrity drama anymore. This is a custody war playing out in real time as the dust settled from Christian's emotional live stream and the disturbing hallway footage went viral. The internet split down the middle, and one thing became clear. The public was no longer watching. They were now part of the story. Social media MLTDOWNTK Toke exploded with breakdowns and reaction videos. She admitted it. She dropped him. That's not hate's reality. Where were her friends? Her management? Someone should have stepped in before it got here. This isn't funny anymore. That baby is traumatized. The hashtags, #Justice for Baby Jr., #Protect Black Babies, #Chris EAN unfit hash. Where is Blueface? It's all trended for over 18 hours. One particularly emotional video from a young mother in Atlanta went viral. I've been a single mom. I've cried while feeding my baby. But never have I let my pain fall on my child. Christian needs help, not clout. Over 8 million views in less than a day. Celebrities take side. Yes, this wasn't just fans anymore. major names started choosing sides and their words carried weight. Summer Walker posted, "I don't care what y'all say, that baby need peace. If it means mama step back, so be it." Meek Mill tweeted, "Somebody save that child before it's too late." This clout generation wild. Erica Mena from Love and Hip Hop wrote, "I don't judge mothers. I've been through pain, but if CPS got involved, it means it's serious, period." But it wasn't all attacks. Jada Pinkett Smith offered a different tone. Instead of canceling Chrisean, what if we asked, why did no one help her before it got this far? Some supported Carlos's attempt to gain custody, with hashtags like #LetGrandmaStepIn. Others said the child shouldn't be tossed around like a publicity. Stunton urged authorities to assign neutral guardianship. Petitions, protests, and public pressure within 24 hours of the leaked video. A petition titled, "Remove Baby Jr. from Danger. Protect Him Now." Launched on change.org, it gained over 200,000 signatures overnight. Fans called for an independent guardian to speak for the child in court. Full investigation into Chrisean's parenting history a ban on posting Baby Jr. on social media until custody is finalized. Meanwhile, 2 local women in Phoenix were seen outside St. Mary's Hospital holding signs that read, "Save our children, not your image. Clout kills, love heals." Videos of the protests were picked up by news outlets like The Shade Room and Hollywood Unlocked. Inside the industry, panic and PR spin sources say Chrisean's management team is in full damage control. They're allegedly working on a mental health support narrative A, potential rehab or parenting program, admission A, planned sit-down interview with a major outlet like Red Table Talk or The Breakfast Club. But insiders also whisper that several brand deals have already backed out, citing reputational concerns. One anonymous exec reportedly said, "This isn't music news anymore. This is criminal, legal, and deeply disturbing. Nobody wants to sponsor that kind of chaos." Even Blueface's team is being careful, although he remains silent publicly. It's rumored he's pushing his lawyers to file for emergency custodial rights from behind bars. But CPS sources have made it clear, until we see full rehabilitation and verified support systems, no custody will be granted, no matter who the parent is. And at the center of it all, a baby. Alone in protective care. Sources confirm Baby Jr. is now in a short-term licensed foster home. Under 24/7's observation, no social media, no cameras. No chaos, just a crib, a bottle, and people trained to protect him. The question now isn't who gets to post him. It's who will finally protect him like a child, not a brand. When you think it's over, the real betrayal begins. Inside the marble halls of the juvenile family court, reporters camped outside, fingers frozen on their calpits, like their Sagers frozen on their phones, waiting for a ruling. Would Chrisean Rock be allowed to see her son? Would Blueface, despite being behind bars, win legal favor? But no one expected the judge's next move. Courtroom shock. The gag order after reviewing the hallway footage, hospital documentation, and social media activity from all parties. The judge ruled effective immediately. A gag order is placed. No parent, guardian, or affiliate is permitted to speak publicly or post about Baby Jr. until further notice. The courtroom gasped, but the next sentence, it flipped everything. Temporary custodial supervision will be granted to a court-appointed third-party guardian identity sealed from the public for the safety and well-being of the child. Neither Chrisean nor Blueface or Carlisa. No one from the inner circle got custody. Instead, a mystery guardian was now responsible for baby JR. The streets buzzed. Who was this person? Some claimed it was a former nanny. Others said it was a celebrity activist with ties to CPS. A few whispered it was someone from Chrisean's own past. The betrayal nobody saw coming that same night. Social media erupted with screenshots, leaked texts from Chrisean's best friend, The same one who comforted her after the hospital scare. The same one who helped her run the Instagram Live. Her name, Kayla. And her messages were cold. She dropped that baby days before she went live. We told her to chill with the lives. But she said drama is drama. Views is views. In another message, Kayla wrote, she's been leaving him with Glock too much. She doesn't sleep, doesn't eat. I told her CPS was watching. The final blow. She needs help, but she wants headlines. The internet lost it. Her best friend said this, your own circle's saying you unfit. Over, this ain't postpartum. This is pure chaos. Christian didn't respond. Not publicly, not yet. The chilling late-night visitor around 11:32 p.m. Reports surfaced from a quiet suburban neighborhood in Glendale, where baby Junior was now staying. A black SUV pulled up, parked across the street, stayed there, engine running, for almost 25 minutes. Then someone stepped out. A hoodie, dark pants, masked. The person approached the front gate, didn't knock, didn't ring, just stared at the window for over 2 minutes, then walked back to the car and drove off. Home security footage caught everything. CPS was alerted. Was it Christian? Was it Carlisa? Is it Blueface's cousin, who had threatened to bring baby Junior back where he belongs on live earlier that week? No one knows. But the video was leaked, and now it's being called the shadow at the foster home. Anonymous CPS official gave a chilling statement. We don't know who came to the house, but this confirms one thing. This baby is no longer just caught in drama. He's being hunted for control, for image, or worse. And now, CPS is considering full relocation, federal supervision, even sealing all records for baby Junior permanently. Because, at this point, this isn't about Christian or Blueface, Carlisa. It's about who gets to control the future of an innocent child. And whoever that is just might be willing to do anything. To win, this isn't just a story. This is a cry for help. And you are now a witness. What we just witnessed isn't entertainment. It's a warning. A baby caught in the middle of ego, clout, betrayal, and secrets that haven't even been exposed yet. And now a silent figure is circling the shadows of his foster home. Who was in that black SUV? Why was the visit timed to just after the courtroom gag order? Who leaked the footage? We don't know yet, but we will find out. Because this story is far from over. More leaks are coming. More betrayal is brewing. And someone close to Christian is about to flip completely. But we want to hear from you. Should CPS permanently remove baby Junior from both parents? Do you think the court-appointed guardian is safe or secretly connected to the family? Is Blueface plotting something from behind bars to regain custody? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're reading everything. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update. Like this video. If you believe baby Junior deserves a peaceful future, share this story so the world doesn't look away from what's really happening behind the scenes. This custody war is only beginning. And next episode, we're diving into the private phone call between Christian and Glock Savage that leaked, and why some fans believe he may be cooperating with CPS. You do not want to miss it. Stay locked in because every second counts when a child's life is on the line.